Welcome, join us as we explore the mystical insights of the Blood Moon Oracle, revealing profound guidance for your journey ahead. Thank you for watching.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. And my name is Leticia. We are going to take a look at the weekend energy, what we can expect over the weekend. This is going to be a weekend predictive to see kind of what to look forward to over the weekend. And take a look at the energies that we'll be in, surrounded by, dealing with this weekend. Let's take a look. I'm just going to use two simple decks, my Crow combo, my tarot with my Crow Oracle, and asking for spirit for all of the information necessary to get the message across. Spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, our higher selves. Use your discernment, use your own intuition in interpreting these messages for you. So let's see what is happening over this weekend. For the weekend. All right. So the cards that came out is Battle, Waterproof, Anomaly, and Displacement. Immediately, I'm hearing Spirit say, be careful of not being aware of what's happening internally. Sometimes we can allow ourselves to unleash frustration, anger, the disappointment in places or things where it's not appropriate with people that haven't earned it. You know, immediately I'm thinking of a child that may not feel safe to release their feelings or, express themselves. And as soon as they get in a safe space, guess what happens? It all comes out, right? Because they feel safe, not because they don't like the situation or the person. It's because they feel safe to unleash what's inside. And they know that there won't be a negative repercussion, right? And so sometimes kids can act out at school. They can act out, away from home because they know it's safe to do so. Unlike being at home, sometimes it may not feel safe to act out. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, be careful not to give what's not deserved when it comes to unleashing what may be waiting to be released. All of our emotions are valid, even anger, right? Even frustration. Those are valid emotions. Any emotion that we can feel is a valid emotion, or else we would not have been given those emotions. They have purpose, and there's more than likely always a reason why, but it's about applying it in a healthy way, applying it in the correct situation, right? And so I feel like that is one of the messages coming out this weekend is be careful how you allow yourself to unleash or express. Make sure it's appropriate for the situation. Definitely you want to resolve the issue. And so this might be allowing yourself to address issues that have built up. You might have been avoiding them for some reason, especially with Battle here, Waterproof. This almost feels like there's something that needs to be resolved. There's like some type of confrontation or built up anger that may need to be released, or maybe something you need to get off of your chest, or maybe someone else needs to get off of their chest, right? But it's all about how we do it. And even the response, if it's someone else that's wanting to, share their emotions with you, it's about the response as well. Sometimes we don't always need to take it personally. Maybe it's just how they experienced it. It may not have been how you intended it. And that can go both ways. And so there's something about having tough skin you'll need this weekend with waterproof. Sometimes you just need to let people get what they need off of their chest, let them say what they need to say so that that can be resolved within them. So there's something about allowing it to just roll off your back, even if you don't receive it, right? There's something about that here. And so there may be something a little bit conflictual this weekend that comes up. There may be something that gets resolved that's been building up for a while. But be careful not to take on energy and emotions that don't belong to you. Okay? That don't belong to you. I hear that message too. This is going to be something I feel that's going to be blatant. Maybe you felt this building up for a while and coming on and you've been expecting this. Maybe it's like in plain sight. This could even be something that's hard to express. The person may not know what to say. They may not have the words to say, but you feel it. It's evident. It's on their face, but they're just not sure how to translate that message. And so there's something about that this weekend that's coming out. Let's get some more information with the tarot. The number 5, the number 53, the number 2, and the number 13 can be significant. What else about this message, Spirit? We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the King of Swords. Whatever this is, I feel like it's going to give an opportunity to start building something. I feel like the building starts after this release. There's something that's going to be released this weekend or liberated, and it's going to give an opportunity to start building on something new. It's also going to clear the air and allow, if there has been any confusion or any, wondering what's happening, I feel like that's going to become clear this weekend. All cards will be placed out on the table here. There's going to be some good, clear, solid communication as well, I feel like, with the King of Swords. You may find yourself being very expressive, no longer holding back. Or this is someone else to you. And it really is a good thing because I feel like it's going to clear the air for you to start on a new foot, for you to start like this, building something new. Okay. You'll be able to start investing towards the future. I feel like there's a lot of healing that's going to come in this weekend. The star just came out. And strangely, as it is said, this might be a guided dispute, right? I feel like Spirit may be guiding you to this uncomfortable place to healthily, that's the key word, healthily get your claims out, or someone else will be guided to come to you and just kind of put everything out on the table for the sake of healing, though. Yeah. And I don't know if there is something about this that has caused you not to see, or them not to see exactly what it is that they have. Like there's something here about being abundant. The 9 of Cups comes out with the star. It's almost like you could have everything that you could ever desire, but for some reason you're not able to see it. Maybe because of this internal conflict with this other person or this resolution that's needed. It's blocking the ability to see what all you have, which is so beautiful. Everything that you could ever ask for with the star and the 9 of Cups, that is wish fulfillment. You may be someone who has asked for like a certain situation or a certain type of lifestyle or existence. Well, it is so already, but what's blocking it? There's something blocking it. You can't see it. Maybe this tension that's going to be revealed this weekend will be the resolution to clear the air so that you can truly see what it is that you have. There's something that needs to be resolved in the air. I feel that. And this weekend provides an opportunity. So I feel like Spirit would say not to run from it, face it head on, but put on your tough skin, because some of the things that's going to be shared and some things that are going to be opened up, there might be some honesty set on the table. Some of it may be projection. It may or may not be true. You know, it just may be the other person's perspective, or it may be your perspective. It may or may not be true. So there's going to be a need to have tough skin during this confrontation, during this dispute or this resolution that's going to be played out this weekend. First of all, provide the opportunity in the room to have the discussion, and then allow yourself to hear what's being said without needing to respond, right? Sometimes we listen just for an opportunity to respond. The whole time the other person is open and sharing their feelings, we can't wait till they stop so we can respond. Not that kind of listening, but hearing with an open heart to hear what the other person is saying. Sometimes they can be saying, well, you never, ever listen to me, right? When in actuality, what they're saying is, I don't feel heard. It's not that you don't listen. I don't feel heard, which might mean, you know, it would be nice to have you put your phone down and sit down with me for a minute. Let's have lunch. Let's have brunch so that we can look at each other in the eyes and, you know, sit down and open our hearts and hear each other. And so it's important to provide space for this confrontation or this dispute to be resolved, and then also to be open from both sides. From both sides, because whatever this is, it's obvious that it needs a resolution. And it's blocking someone from seeing like the beautiful situation that they have. I do see a lot of healing coming in, and a lot of realization about what you've been missing because this tension has been blocking. It's been blocking. Let me see what else for this weekend. What else? I feel like this could be for someone specific. We also have the Emperor coming out. It's almost like Spirit wants you to take charge of your situation. This is not something that can be put on someone else's plate. It's almost like Spirit is saying, you are the master of your life with the Emperor here. You are the master of your life. It goes however you go, however you lead it, that's how it's going to go. You have like autonomy here. And that's not something that you can sit on someone else's plate and say, well, because of you, this didn't happen. Or because of you, I didn't, get to do this, when actually you have the power. The Emperor says that you stand in a place where you have accepted total autonomy over your life. It's up to you. I think that might be specific for someone. So I'm going to pull another message. Okay, that's what's coming out. So get your tough skin on for this weekend because it's on, okay? But out of this, it's going to come something really beautiful. I think there's going to be a sweet release and a building towards the future once this comes out and this, conversation is had. Let it happen. It needs to happen. There's also nothing wrong with asking for guidance on how to navigate this discussion, how to navigate this conversation. There's nothing wrong with asking, what should I say? How should I say it? Guide my tongue, right? Because communication is huge. That's 90% of the resolution is how we communicate, how we say what we say, our intentions behind what we're saying, and then listening as well. Is a huge part of communication is also listening to what's being said. Communication is a two-way street. It's not just one person talking, but it's also that person being able to listen. So there's mutual understanding. Okay. All right, let's see what else this weekend. What else for this weekend, Spirit? All right. All right, so we have fear, memory, luck, and displacement again. So I don't know if this is for the same person. I don't know, or it doesn't have to be. Whenever the same cards come out, it could be a continuation of the same story. I don't know, but let's see. So there, with fear, memory, luck, and displacement, there may be something that you are guided or you have the opportunity to do this weekend. That seems just a little bit, it's outside of just the regular. This is something that the status quo, the general society at large, probably would not set out to do. You may have the opportunity to do this, or there may be something about this that leads you to this space and step past your fear, right? There could be something that you have the opportunity to overcome fear by doing this weekend. You even may have an audience with this, whatever this is. You may have an audience watching you do this. There's also things about this weekend that could be triggering, so be careful. Stay aware. Sometimes we can be triggered without even realizing it by places, by people, and by certain things. There could be things in your environment or in your weekend that may, in fact, trigger you or attempt to trigger you. But if you're aware and you know your triggers, right? Spirit may just want you to be aware of where you go this weekend, who you're surrounded with. There's something about being careful and watchful of the people, the places that you'll be in this weekend, that you'll be with. This could also have something to do with that, not picking up things that aren't yours, like feelings, emotions, attitudes. If you're an empath, this might be especially important because empaths are like sponges, right? They pick up everything, like if they're not careful. And so there should be like a heavy awareness, some way to cleanse your energy as you're doing what you're doing this weekend and going about so that you don't pick up those energies and bring them with you, right? But there's something about luck that's coming out this weekend too. Abundance, raining. I don't know if there's going to be like an abundance of something coming towards you this weekend. That's the good news. Whatever happens is going to place you in a position of getting more than you need of something. Okay. That's the good news. I like that. Let's see. What is this abundance coming towards my viewer? We have Chariot and Judgment coming out for abundance. So Chariot is like movement, powerful movement forward. It's momentum. It's willpower, sheer energy. So you might have an abundance of energy. With that energy may come lots of ideas, not ideas, but lots of revelations. Is different than an idea. An idea is something fresh. A revelation is something that becomes clear that you already know or already have, but having another interpretation of it. So there's like lots of downloads that could shower you this weekend for someone, and lots of energy as well, an abundance of energy. What is this fear for my viewer? The 10 of Cups and the Knight of Swords, the opportunity to step into something that you want, something that you desire. The clarity around how to do that is going to provide an opportunity, is going to present an opportunity this weekend to move towards or to step into. I'm hearing the court, to step into the court in regards to something that you desire. Ten of Cups, some opportunity. I see you moving towards it, not just haphazardly, though. There's something very strategic about this and you conquering, moving past this sense of caution or fear around this. There's something that feels a little bit intimidating to you about this. But this weekend, I feel like you'll be finding a way to move past that fear, to move closer to this. That's what I'm sensing with fear. And it's something to do with the Ten of Cups, something you desire, something you've been wanting. Interesting. The Ten of Cups. Okay. And what is this that you need to be aware of with the triggers? You'll be stepping out this weekend, I'm hearing too, to do some things that is going to provide a lot of emotional fulfillment. There's something that you'll be overcoming to do it, though, to step out and to go after the experience that you want. I see that this weekend, and you'll be rewarded for it, for moving past the element of intimidation. You'll be rewarded for it. The reward is going to be this feeling of feeling whole and complete and filled up from doing this. And it's almost like you're going to have an audience watching you overcome this fear. I feel that as well. With memory, Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups came out. I feel like this weekend too, for somebody, you're going to take what's yours with this Five of Cups. You're not scared. You're not scared this weekend. Confronting triggers and all. You're moving away from it with the Eight of Cups. You're growing past this. There's something about what you're going to be experiencing this weekend is going to cause a huge growth spurt for you. You'll be leaving behind some internal conflict that may have been part of your story for a while. You'll be releasing that and moving to a higher element of experience with this Eight of Cups. It's almost like moving up to a higher level where you'll no longer be bothered by what's down here. You'll be moving up to a higher elevation, right? Where your triggers will no longer have access to you. That's what I'm hearing specifically. You may even be in a position where you're able to see them clearly in operation. You're moving up to a higher place where you'll be able to look down and see where you used to be. So there's something about overcoming some difficulties that you have been possibly used to. This weekend, what's happening this weekend is going to cause a growth spurt within you. And why is displacement here again? Why is displacement here again? So whatever's happening this weekend is going to be not only beautiful with the Ten of Cups, but it's going to be something very purposeful, practical, useful, intentional. Okay, so displacement is all about someone coming back around from the past. In the situation, what I'm hearing is somebody's going to rub off on someone else. Interestingly, with this, it's usually a warning of not picking up bad habits. But this, I'm hearing something a little different. There's some element of maturity that's coming into your vicinity that's going to rub off. Instead of having a bad element rub off with displacement, this is actually an energy that's going to rub off in a good way. There's like good qualities that you'll pick up this weekend. I feel like someone is coming back around with the Six of Cups from the past. That's very safe. That's very mature, very established, very grounded, very experienced. They're coming back around and with lots to offer, with lots of good things to offer. And so this is a good energy that I'm feeling here. Allow yourself to take chances this weekend, is what this says. There's reward in taking chances and betting on yourself this weekend, stepping past your fears of doing what you've wanted to do. That Nine of Cups comes out again. There are some elements of this reading that connects to the last little reading that we did in Justice. So the Nine of Cups is all about you getting what you've been wanting, what you've desired. And I feel like it's because you've held out, you have done the hard thing, even when it wasn't popular. You stayed grounded and balanced. You've been very concerned about the condition of your heart, maybe even others. You've been concerned about others as well. There's something about learning how to be fair. You've been fair. You've been, honest. You've been open, and you've been concerned not only with yourself, but with others as well. Because of that, I feel like something very beautiful is going to open up for you this weekend when you allow yourself to step outside of your comfort zone. There's some reward for you this weekend, an overflow. There's some experience that you'll be having this weekend that you're going to be glad you stepped out and trusted yourself to have. It's beautiful. Let me see what this is. So what is this experience that's going to provide this beautiful feeling, this abundant feeling with this 10 of Cups and this 9 of Cups? We have the 9 of Wands. I almost feel like with this, the 9 of Wands and the Queen of Cups, it's going to be very fulfilling personally for you. And for me, in this case, with the 9 of Wands, this is like something you've always wanted to do. Many things. You may have a choice of things that you want to dabble into or get into or allow yourself to experience that's been waiting in the background, waiting for an opportunity to be unleashed or to be let out. What is it that you've always wanted to do? This weekend, you are allowing yourself to open up your, itinerary and pull out some things that you're going to provide room, space, and time for. Maybe you've been too busy. Maybe you've been wrapped up in other things. Maybe you just haven't given yourself the okay to do it. Well, this weekend, what is that? It may be something different for all of us, but we're all maybe pulling different things out. We may decide, hey, it's time. Okay, I'm going to do it this weekend. And whatever it is, it's all about you. This is you and you. Even though it may be around other people or involve other people, really your intention comes from within with the Queen of Cups. This could be something where you're taking care of yourself. It could be something where you're allowing yourself to be open and free and receptive. The Queen is very receptive. There's something very beautiful happening for you this weekend. So I love this for you. This is beautiful. Put the fear aside, right? As long as you're aware and open and, tapped into what's around you, who's around you, it's going to be okay. Just be open, be aware, be conscious of what's going on. Carry your protection if you need, but you need to have this experience, whatever this is for you. You need to have this and you won't regret it. Yeah. So I'm excited. Let me know if this is you, if you've been having these kinds of thoughts, right? There's something very spiritual, I feel too, about this weekend, especially with that luck card. There's something about an overflow of energy and an overflow of downloads, a burst of awakening this weekend. And so let me know how it turns out. Let me know if this is you, if you've been tapping in this way and getting messages that correlate with what we're talking about here. I'd love to hear about it. That's what I have for the weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Blood Moon Oracle here. Here's to Friday. Here is to Friday. a renewed perspective, and a new experience. Have fun. Don't be scared, okay? Do the dang thing. Bye. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. If you're just new to the channel, you're more than welcome to hit the bell so you can be notified whenever we go live. We do a little bit of everything. We do open, honest discussions. I have a very beautiful discussion that I'll be having. I'm so excited. I think this is going to bless the people. And I'm looking forward to that. We also do the messages of the day that bring encouragement, like this one. Sometimes I'll tap into the specific signs and give, information on signs. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of teaching, right? And so there's a lot to choose from on the page. Look around if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Happy Friday.